Since we are starting this video with a box in front of us, you can probably tell that today is an unboxing day. We are going to take a look at the 2024 Dr. Mary Edwards Walker American Women's Quarters Program quarter. This is the third of 5 quarters that are being released in 2024 by the U.S. Mint. The next quarter will be Celia Cruz, and I'm not sure right off the top of my head what that release date is. But let's jump into the video. Before we get into the Dr. Mary Edwards Walker quarter, I'd like to do just a little bit of housekeeping. Next Monday, the video is going to be the 2020 Massachusetts Innovation Dollar. And the reason for this, I know it seems really random. I have a lightweight sort of unboxing. It's going to be a one-off. I'm not going to collect these, but I have the Massachusetts Innovation Dollar reverse proof dollar coin that I'd like to open up and take a look at. But in order to really get a look and see what it is, I think we need to be able to hold it up to and compare it to the regular Innovation Dollar for the Massachusetts, you know what I'm saying, the Massachusetts Innovation Dollar. So I think we need to unbox that next week. So that is what I have planned for that. And then the following week, the box that I'm going to open up on Monday has a second thing in it. And it's a U.S. Mint Discover Coin Collecting Kit. And so, as sort of, sorry to say it, a filler video, because I'm leaving for Vegas Monday and I'll be gone for a week, and I won't have enough time to really throw together a video while I'm gone. I'm taking the sort of easy way out and doing the unboxing of the Coin Discovery set, because I ordered that when I ordered the Innovation Dollar, because the Mint was having a deal, and if you spent $10.95 or $10, you got this Coin Discovery kit for free. So my intention wasn't to buy this Coin Discovery kit, but it was free, and so I ordered it. So that will be the unboxing for, what is that going to be, July 7th? Something like that. Anyhow, let's take a look at the Dr. Mary Edwards Walker U.S. Women's Program quarter. Mary Edwards Walker was born in Oswego, New York, to progressive parents who encouraged free thinking and unconventional attire like bloomer pants. She graduated from Syracuse Medical College in 1855 and set up a joint medical practice with her husband, which failed due to societal reluctance to accept a female doctor. During the Civil War, despite initial rejections due to her gender, Walker served as an unpaid volunteer surgeon in Washington, D.C., and later as a U.S. Army surgeon after being commissioned in 1863, becoming the first woman to hold such a position. Walker was captured by Confederate forces in 1864 and held as a prisoner of war for 4 months. In 1865, President Andrew Johnson awarded her the Medal of Honor for meritorious service, making her the only woman to receive that honor. I just wonder, reflecting back to Harriet Tubman being a nurse during the Civil War, I just wonder if Dr. Mary Edwards Walker and Harriet Tubman ever crossed paths. Just something I was thinking about. Throughout her life, Walker advocated against restrictive women's dress norms, often wearing men's clothing for practicality and comfort. Her choices led to frequent criticism and social ostracism. Dr. Walker passed away on February 21st, 1919. After her death, her Medal of Honor, which was revoked in 1916, was officially restored in 1977 by President Jimmy Carter, recognizing her significant contributions to the medical field and military service. A couple things. First off, the Medal of Honor that's depicted at the bottom of this page is what her Medal of Honor actually looked like. That is the 1860s U.S. Army Medal of Honor. At this time, there wasn't a flat out, this is the Medal of Honor. It was the Army had a version and the Navy had a version, and now it's one concise Medal of Honor. When you see it, you know it. It crosses all of the branches of service. So, to get to why her Medal of Honor was stripped, in 1916, the U.S. Congress and the War Department initiated a review of the recipients of the Medal of Honor, intending to standardize the criteria for awarding this honor. This review was part of a broader effort to tighten the requirements and ensure that the medal was awarded only for actions involving actual combat with an enemy. As a result of the review, the Medal of Honor awarded to Dr. Mary Edwards Walker was rescinded, along with those of 910 others who were deemed not to have engaged in direct combat. So that's kind of interesting to note. Out of that, there was something I was going to say, and now it has slipped my mind. So let me just move on. Once again, we know that she was the only woman to have received the Medal of Honor. And she received it for being a surgeon. So there wasn't any one thing that happened that she deserved it for or whatever, just for her efforts as a surgeon. She continued to wear the Medal of Honor until her death in 1919. So as you can see from this picture here, she's wearing the Medal of Honor. From the moment she was awarded it, she wore it every day. Even when they rescinded it, she kept wearing it. In 1977, President Carter posthumously re-awarded her the Medal of Honor. And that's the funny thing about the Medal of Honor. When, for the most part, if you've been awarded the Medal of Honor, it pretty much is given to your family, because most Medal of Honor recipients aren't alive. They lost their lives in whatever act of valor they performed to win the Medal of Honor. Now, that isn't always the case, and we do have some modern day Medal of Honor winners that are still alive, dating back probably now to the Vietnam War. I'm not sure anybody from World War II that ever received the Medal of Honor would still be alive. But Vietnam recipients, Operation Desert Storm recipients, Afghanistan, Iraq recipients, there are some still living that do have the Medal of Honor. It's also known as the Congressional Medal of Honor, although the actual title of it is just Medal of Honor. It sometimes gets called the Congressional Medal of Honor just because of the confusion or an acknowledgement to the fact that Congress played a part in establishing it. But the actual formal title, even though you'll hear a lot of people say the Congressional Medal of Honor, it's actually just called the Medal of Honor. And the funny thing about the Medal of Honor is that no matter what your rank is, no matter who gets it, you could be a private, you could be just out of boot camp, and you got sent into a combat situation, performed all kinds of acts of valor. And I've only been in the Army for 9 months, individual or Marine Corps, or Air Force or Navy, whatever, you could be awarded the Medal of Honor. And the funny thing is, if you have the Medal of Honor, all officers in all branches of the service have to salute you instead of you saluting the officers. And all enlisted have to salute officers. All lower ranking officers have to salute higher ranking officers, except for Medal of Honor winners. And I just thought and I've known that forever. I knew that when I was in the service. I think everybody in the service knows, like in our minds, we all wish that we could win the Medal of Honor so that the generals and admirals and captains and commanders and majors and colonels would have to salute us. Anyhow, let's now take a look at the imagery for the Dr. Mary Edwards Walker American Women's Quarters Program quarter. And here is the quarter. Once again, we're dealing with a medallic artist, which means that Phoebe Hemphill not only designed, but she sculpted the quarter. You can see her initials there circled in black. E pluribus unum, out of many, one. We have the 1965 version of the Medal of Honor, which is the one that she was awarded. It's changed versions. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but there have been several versions before they finally settled on the one that they use today. Off to the right, we're back to 25 cents instead of it saying $quarter or a 25 with the cent symbol. And then at the bottom, it says Medal of Honor 1865 with the image of Dr. Mary Edwards Walker sitting there in the middle of the coin. Not my favorite design. I think it looks nice. I like how the Medal of Honor is depicted and we can see it. But I just don't like it. Like, you have her wearing the Medal of Honor in the image, but then you're showing us the Medal of Honor. It's not, it doesn't go together. If you're going to depict a scene, or if you're going to give me an image, make it minimalistic, or make it make sense and go together, so that it's an actual scene and not pieces that are just thrown up there, if that makes sense. I don't know if I've explained myself well enough. Now that we've taken a look at the imagery, let's jump over to the camera and take a look at the unboxing of this quarter. I went ahead and cheated a little bit again and cut the tape so that this box would be easier to open and I wouldn't be wrestling with it on camera. Let me see if I can adjust this microphone a little bit. Okay. Let's hide the paperwork. Let's get the smaller box out. Put that box off to the side. And see how easy it's going to be to get this one open. Oh, that wasn't bad at all. And now we are presented with the 3 rolls of quarters. Put that off to the side. Let's see what we have here. We have, of course, the S Mint. Is that out of focus? Probably. Everything I do is out of focus. We have the Philadelphia Mint. And we have the Denver Mint right here. You know, for 2 years now, I've been opening the Philadelphia Mint and offering Philadelphia Mint quarters to whoever wants them at the end of the videos. And I don't know why I've been doing that. All along, I should have been doing the San Francisco Mint, because Philadelphia and Denver are in circulation. San Francisco is not. You can get a P&D Dr. Mary Edwards Walker quarter just in change from the grocery store, from Walmart, from wherever. So we're going to stop opening the P&D, and we are going to start doing the San Francisco Mint quarters. That way I can give San Francisco Mint quarters away to anybody who's interested. And that's more of a deal or a special thing than being me giving a quarter away that you can go tomorrow and get in pocket change. All right, let's see if we can get zoomed in on this, or if I should just right now accept that I am going to... You know what? No, I'm not even going to mess with it. We are just going to go right to the microscope. So give me 2 seconds to get the microscope set up. Here we go. Dr. Mary Edwards Walker under the microscope. I don't know why I try to do the close-ups with the camera. I'm trying to save a step when I know ultimately in the end I'm going to be going to the microscope. Anyhow, as I was saying earlier, not my favorite design. Don't get me wrong. I have no talents. I'm not a sculptor. This is great work. It's just stuff put up there. Like I always say, I want minimalistic, or I want you to create one cohesive scene and not just put pieces, parts in on the back, on the reverse. I want it to be a little bit more cohesive. It's outstanding work. I couldn't do this myself. I couldn't do any better. I am not taking away from that. There's a hair under the microscope that's driving me crazy. Can I get it? There we go. I'm not taking away from the quality of the work. I just wish that it was different, I guess. I feel like you can see the Medal of Honor a little bit better looking at the actual coin itself instead of looking at the image. But anyhow, this is the 2024 Dr. Mary Edwards Walker Women's Quarters Program quarter. Before we go, I would just like to remind everybody that next Monday we will have the Massachusetts innovation dollar. And then the following Monday will be the Discover coin collecting set from the US Mint. I'd like to thank everybody. Oh, before I thank everybody for watching, if anybody's interested in getting a San Francisco Mint Dr. Mary Edwards Walker quarter sent to them, just send me an email at the email address in the description down below with the name and where you want the coin sent, and I'll get, the first 5 or 10 people that ask for one, I will get those out in the mail before I go to Las Vegas. Anyhow, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, criticisms, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. If you don't want to leave them in the comment section down below, you can email your comments to me at the email address in the description. And as always, I hope that everyone has a great week.